What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here. Happy new week to you all on this Monday morning. 1 week until the Amazon documentary. The first 3 episodes of the Amazon documentary are released. And if you are not excited, I don't know what you are doing, because I, for one, cannot wait to see these motivational Jose Mourinho talks. Cannot wait to see the goings on in the back end of Tottenham Hotspur and everything that goes on that you don't see on camera, which we will get to see on camera this time. I am very excited for this documentary. But today is a Tottenham update video. We have got a few updates to bring you, a few transfer updates, and a few other things to talk about. And let's start off with Tottenham Academy product Jonathan Dinzei. He has made the dreaded trip from Tottenham to Arsenal across that North London divide. As announced on the Arsenal official website this morning, Dinzei has moved to the North London outfit on a free transfer. A player who failed to make the grade at under-23 level at Tottenham, who failed to make even one first-team appearance for Tottenham Hotspur. The defender has made the dreaded move over to the scummy red side of North London. Look, it's never nice to see an academy product leave the club, but if you don't make the grade, you don't make the grade. And that is all I can say on that one. Let's move on to talk about Republic of Ireland manager Stephen Kenny has named his first squad since taking the job in April this year. The boys in green will face Bulgaria and Finland in a double-header in the UEFA Nations League in September. And one of our own, Troy Parrott, has been called up to the squad for the second time in his career. Obviously, he has just made his loan move over to Millwall for the year, and this is going to be great news for him. It is great for him to have this opportunity to be such a young age and to be in and around his national team, albeit he probably won't start, but it is great for him to have that kind of experience, to be in and amongst his national team, the first team. We all saw the videos over the weekend of him smashing in the goals for Millwall in his training sessions, and I, for one, cannot wait to see him banging in the goals in the Championship week in, week out. Like I said in our previous video, we will be bringing you updates on Troy Parrott and Ollie Skipp on their respective loan moves week in, week out. But yeah, that is great news for Troy Parrott and great news for Ireland, as they seem to have a great striker on their hands. So let me know in the comments section below, what do you think of Troy Parrott being called up to the Irish squad for the second time in his career? Now, what I want to talk about is a couple of players who I was really impressed with after seeing them in the Ipswich friendly. The first one I want to talk about is Ryan Sessegnon, because I, for one, have been laying into him this season just because I felt that he needs to be doing a lot more with the quality that he has. I felt that in the Championship for Fulham, he was absolutely brilliant, but he was very young, 16 years of age. And then he came up to the Premier League. Didn't do it for me. He really didn't do it. Fulham went straight back down, and then we signed him for 25 million. Jose Mourinho has all been one for singing his praises constantly, to be honest, but in a Spurs shirt, I don't think we've seen him put in a good performance, really. I know he scored that goal in Munich, and look what Munich have gone out to do. Scored more goals against Munich than Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi, Neymar, all those players this season. Ryan Sessegnon knows how to put the ball in the net past Manuel Neuer. But jokes aside, look, Ryan Sessegnon, I've always said he lacks the confidence to take on his man every time he's been playing for Spurs, and he looks like a bit of a kid playing in a man's game, and he looks like he needs to bulk up, and that is the thing he has done over this summer. That is the one thing a lot of people have noticed in that Ipswich game, is how he looks a bit more stockier in his upper body, and I think that it's only good news from Ryan Sessegnon. You saw against Ipswich in a pre-season friendly. Yes, it is only League One opposition. Yes, it is only a pre-season friendly, but it is the positive signs. That is the positive signs we like to see from Ryan Sessegnon. He looks more bulky. He was taking on his man. He scored a goal in the first few minutes, and looks like the confidence is growing with Ryan, and that is lovely to see. It really is. And I think he can stake that claim for the left wing role. I think, obviously, he's not going to reach the heights of Heung-min Son this season, but he is going to, with the games we have coming thick and fast in the Europa League, the FA Cup, the League Cup, he is going to get the chance to play. He definitely is going to get the chance to play. The way I see it, on the left-hand side of the attack, you're going to have Ryan Sessegnon and Heung-min Son vying for that position. And on the right-hand side, you're going to have Bergwijn and Lucas vying for that position. I think it's only good news for Ryan Sessegnon. I was very, very impressed with his performance against Ipswich. I'll say it again, it was only a pre-season and you can't read too much into it, but the positive signs are there and you can only play what's put in front of you at the end of the day, let's be honest. So that's good news on Ryan Sessegnon. Let me know in the comment section below, were you impressed with Ryan? Do you think he can stake a claim in the first team this season if he continues to bulk up and continues to show that confidence that he showed against Ipswich? He played 90 minutes and I thought he was very good, which moves us on to another player who hasn't really pulled up trees since coming to Spurs, Jetson Fernandez. When he came to Spurs, he had the reputation of being a centre. Well, he thought that his best position is a centre mid. He thought it was unjust of him being thrown out on the right-hand side for Benfica. He didn't think that was his best position. Since coming to Spurs, he's also had limited chances at centre mid, and he's probably had more chances on the right or on the left of the midfield as opposed to his favoured centre mid. But this friendly, he played at right back, and it was his first time he's ever played a match at right back, and I thought he was sensational. If I was going to give him a rating out of 10, probably an 8. Yes, he was untested defensively, but going forward I thought he provided a real outlet on that right hand side. Yeah, his crossing ability didn't look that great, but I think that will come over time. I think it was a very similar performance. Well, not really, because Serge Aurier, he always has those defensive lapses, but he wasn't really tested defensively. So if you look at the attacking performances of Serge Aurier over the past couple of months, the last few months of the season, you'd see he got up really well, couldn't really put a ball in the box. His crossing wasn't really that great. And I think Jetson put in a very similar performance. And I think if you're saying that's Jetson's first performance at right back, you're only going to get better, I think. Well, personally, I think that when you're looking at the Spurs squad and you're looking at our right back options, Jetson Fernandez is definitely one to consider after seeing that performance. But look, let me just stress this again. Yes, it is only a pre-season, and yes, it is only against League One Ipswich, and they did not pose any threat whatsoever going forward. So just take it with a little bit of a pinch of salt. But I am excited to see what he can produce there. We've got him on loan for the remainder of this season, for the whole season, as opposed to just half of last season. So I'm really hoping he can stake that claim to the right back position. I mentioned in the last video how Serge Aurier is close to the exit door at Tottenham Hotspur, and if he does leave, we need to get 2 in. But with this news of Jetson Fernandez, maybe we only need 1. So that can only be good news, definitely for Daniel Levy, and maybe to concentrate on some targets anywhere in other places, maybe in the sub-striker position, maybe in the centre-back position. But look, let me know in the comment section below, what did you make out of Jetson Fernandez? Am I reading too much into a pre-season friendly, or did he actually look very impressive there? Let me know in the comment section below. Now, let's talk about some transfer news, and Tottenham are in talks with Benfica, apparently, according to a number of reports, over signing midfielder Pizzi, the 31-year-old. He's been firing in the goals the last 2 seasons for Benfica. And if this is one that gets over the line, I imagine it's one which meant that Tanguy Ndombele, which will probably leave the club, which is because there are reports from Tanguy Ndombele that he's had a falling out with Steven Bergwijn. Steven Bergwijn had some ferocious comments against Ndombele reportedly, so we don't know actually how true this is, but I thought I'd just don't shoot the messenger, basically. And with those reports, it is expected that Jose Mourinho will accelerate Tanguy Ndombele's exit from the club. I for one, do not agree with it. I don't know how true it is, but look, just take it with a pinch of salt, because it is just rumours from not very reliable sources. But they do say there is no smoke without fire, so there you have it. That is the rumours about Pizzi, Tanguy Ndombele, Steven Bergwijn. Let's move on to Serge Aurier. Apparently the race is hotting up. As soon as I broke that news about AC Milan being in London over the weekend, no news have come out of that. But what has come out on Sky Sports is Bayer Leverkusen are now rivaling AC Milan to the signing of Serge Aurier. Does this have any implications of the Leon Bailey transfer rumours? Who knows? But Bayer Leverkusen are now fighting AC Milan for the signature of Serge Aurier. So that can only mean one thing: a nice bidding war for Daniel Levy to get his hands stuck into. So look, with the move of Jetson Fernandez to playing at right back on the weekend, we'll see what happens with that. Moving on, Tottenham have been handed a boost to the hopes of signing David Brooks after the Bournemouth insisted they wouldn't stand in the way of the player that wanted to leave. But we're not the only team interested in him, and Manchester United are apparently interested in him as well. So let me know in the comment section below, is David Brooks a player that you'll be looking at to sign for Spurs? For me, I'm not so sure. I don't think it's the kind of position that we're looking for, but I wouldn't say no, because I think that we need a big squad to go into this season with the games coming thick and fast. Last but not least, the player I want to talk about is Ibrahim Sangare of Toulouse. Toulouse recently relegated from the top division in France, and according to French journalist Mohamed Toubache-Tar, Spurs have expressed an interest in the Toulouse midfielder. This guy, he ranks up in the stats big time in the French league. I know Toulouse did get relegated, but he seems like a very, very exciting prospect. 22 years old. Apparently he will cost between 15 and 20 million. But again, I think this one is only one to look at if Tanguy Ndombele is to leave. So I, for one, I think it would be a great signing, Sangare. But do I want Tanguy to leave? I don't think so, because I think Tanguy Ndombele is going to be one of the best midfielders in the world one day. But anyway, there you have it. That is transfer news. None of it is really concrete information in the transfers. None of it is just rumours at this stage. So take everything I've said regarding the transfers with a pinch of salt. But apart from that, we have spoken about Troy Parrott being called up to Ireland, Jonathan Dinzei making the dreaded move from Tottenham to Arsenal. I don't know who would want to do that. Sessegnon and Jedson chat, and also a few transfer news, but no concrete information. So all the transfer rumours are just rumours at this stage. So do not shoot the messenger. That is your Tottenham update today. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of all this news. And as always, come on you Spurs.